Good day, business people, and welcome to another chapter. For today, our focus is the job analysis, and our objectives are first, to understand the uses of job analysis, second, to know the steps in conducting job analysis, and lastly, to create a job description or specification. I asked you to submit a job description as a homework because today we will understand how important it is to have a copy of job description and how to make one. In your copy, you will see several details including the list of duties to follow, and you have to understand that different companies have different format of job description, but today we will discuss the standard format. Perhaps you are asking, how can I make a job description? Is it just copying from the internet? Is it through asking from a friend? The answer is through conducting job analysis. From the word itself, it is the process of analyzing the job. It is considered as the foundation for almost all human resource activities. The process of studying positions, of describing the duties and responsibilities that go with jobs, and grouping similar positions into categories as the key inputs or tools for various human resources management activities. The procedure used for determining or collecting information relating to the operations and responsibility of a specific job. The end result of this analysis is a job description or specification. Before recruiting, you should conduct a job analysis to help you to decide or for you to help out what are the qualifications you have to look for when hiring. What are the qualifications that must be present to a applicant or to an applicant? And you will be guided with what specific attainment you will be requiring or you will be looking from their resume. Again, our objective is to get the right person for the right job. So might as well, we have to find the right person who have right qualification. Before anything else, let's first differentiate these four important terminologies. The first one is position. Position consists of different responsibilities and duties performed by an individual. There are many positions in a firm as there are number of employees. When we say job, it is a group of positions that are similar in their duties. In some instances, only one position may be involved simply because not other similar position exists. On the other hand, occupation are group of jobs that are similar as to kind of work and are found throughout an organization. An occupation is a category of work found in many firms. And lastly, tasks are coordinated and aggregated series of works or the enlisted duties of a position. I know it's quite confusing right now, but to further give you with clarification, let's discuss this one example. I was hired in PPA or in Philippine Ports Authority as a human resource officer 2. That is my position. That is my rank. That is the most specific title given to me. My job is as an HR personnel or staff since I am part of the HR team. And my occupation could be an administrative personnel or worker since my position and my job is classified under administrative division. And what are my tasks? There are several. So any responsibilities given to me related to human resources. I hope I am being understood somehow. Don't worry, I'll be giving you more examples later on. Now, let's discuss the different uses of job analysis in the whole HR operation. The first use is in the preparation of job description and writing of job specifications. You will come up with a paper specifying the summary of what the person will be performing or will be portraying. The second is in recruitment and selection. When you have a job description in hand, as a product of the job analysis, you will be able to easily find or to find the match of who are you going to hire and what are the match qualifications set to that position. Third, in determining the rate or of compensation, because you can weigh, you can measure how hard or easy the given duties and it should be given appropriate wage rates. At the same time, there are positions which require specific benefits. For example, you will be working as a driver, a collector, a nurse. So, most commonly, the other entitlement is hazard pay, meal allowances. It depends upon the agreement or the offering of the company. The fourth one is job analysis is very important in performance appraisal because it is easier to point out what specific task does the employee is excelling or failing. It is applicable also in training because if an employee is failing on a certain task, it is easy for the HR to create developmental programs or to look for training offerings and send the employee for improvement and for the employee to learn more about that failing performances. Okay? Job analysis is a useful tool as well for career planning. Of course, the human resources management would want you to grow and to look you as a big person someday. So, we in the HR, we come up with career planning or career pathing wherein we are placing you on your career promotions. If the employee is well performing, for example, in a specific responsibility, then might as well the human resources department could create a path or more the person can be given more opportunities to grow. Okay? So next is that since it is enumerated in the job analysis the specific duties of the employee, safety related matters must be highlighted. Okay? Like what I've said, if you are working as a nurse, as a driver, wherein you are exposed in hazard, it should the category specifying the hazards that the employee may experience while performing the duty, that should be stated in the job description. So example is that walking, driving, okay, etc. So there's a specific section in a job description stating the hazards of the position. And lastly, it is used for labor relation, wherein the only given tasks are the only official responsibilities of the employee. It is a clear guide for you what to do and what are not allowable to do. So, however, there are some other tasks that may be given from time to time that are deemed necessary, but the employee must only do those that are related. Okay? The employee are free to refuse if the employee found out that the task given to him is not related to the position he applied. Okay. So, let's proceed. In conducting job analysis, there are 4 major methods being employed. The first one is interview. If you want to conduct job analysis, these are the 4 methods that you may use. The first is interview. It is about obtaining a whole perspective of the job. It is better for you to interview the employee and the immediate supervisor in their place of work. The actual interaction and communication is the chance to clarify and create understanding about the concerns. It will prevent from having confusions because if there are clarifications, you can directly ask and clarify it to the person. Okay? The second method is observation. As future managers like you have to find time walking around in the office and see for yourself the needs and concerns of your people. As a leader, you should be the first person to know what are the needs or the immediate attentions needed by your people. The third is the use of recording or diary log. It is a useful method because in there it is recorded all the occurrences happen in the organization, such as illnesses, violations, and many more. It's like a record log, a logbook placed in the office, and all occurrences are recorded there. The causes and the steps or actions made. That will serve as your reference for your next moves, such as policy makings and the changes in the regulations. Okay? And the last one is questionnaire. It is another way and very, very objective. It is in the form of survey method, wherein you can conduct it while asking for the responses regarding a specific situation. And then they have to rate it, and then they have to answer it by their first-hand experience about the situation. It is a good form of soliciting real responses since the employee can anonymously answer the question. Okay? The responses are free from any shame or worries because sometimes during the interview, or if it is in the form of observation, we tend to fake our actions. We tend not to tell the truth. But in questionnaire, since it is optional to put your name, okay, it is safe for you to broadcast, to express yourself. Okay. Now that you have understood the use and ways of job analysis, you will be able to create an output. Okay, and that's in the form of job description and a specification. Okay, how about your homework? Can you assess whether what's in your hand is a job description or specification? Okay, don't get confused because the two are different with each other. Perhaps it is hard for you to assess whether it's a job description or a specification. Then now let's compare and contrast the two. When you say job description, it is a concise written statement explaining about what are the major tasks that you have to perform in a particular job. Job specification, on the other hand, explains the minimum eligibility or qualification requirements for performing or for as the characters needed to perform the job. In short, job description describes the job and the responsibilities with enlisted duties, and job description states the requirements or qualifications for the job. Specifically, the two have different components. Okay? As you can see in the job description, it enumerates the responsibilities, and in job specification, it enumerates the attainment of the person who will perform the job. But usually in present times, they are combined. Once that you are hired in a company or in a position, you will be given a sheet and all the details regarding the responsibilities, the descriptions, and the specifications are written there. Okay? So, we are done with our lesson, but I prepared something for you to assess your understanding about the lesson. Okay? This is a self-assessment activity. Let's test your understanding. You have to point out what is the position, what is the job, and what is the occupation. Because these three terminologies are interchangeably used and sometimes causes confusions, especially in job analysis. Okay, this is the situation. I am working as your instructor in this subject, BA 106, and I've been teaching for 6 years now. At present, I am a part-time instructor since I am working in the government as my full-time, and I have this qualification, I have this classification rather as Assistant Professor 3 under the CBAA department or faculty. Now, I want you to determine what is my position. It is said that the position is the most specific details. Detail, okay? Therefore, my position is, yes, as Assistant Professor 3. Then what is my job? Yes, my job is as a college instructor or part-time instructor. And lastly, what is my occupation? My occupation is a college faculty, college professor, or a CBAA faculty or professor or instructor. Okay? I hope you get it right. Okay, if you got it right, and then it's a good job. Okay? So that's the end of our lesson for today. Thank you so much for listening.